I always, when I go and drop my son off at school, I don't know why the fuck I'm recording this. Excuse me, just had breakfast. I always feel like, I don't know, hollow. That's one of those carryovers from when his mother was bouncing him and his sister around, and they kept moving from place to place to fucking place. And when I went over the road, when I first started doing long haul trucking, and I went over the road, and I used to cry myself to sleep at night. I know somebody's gonna come at me stupid about that, so give it your best shot. But I missed my kids so much. It was just crushing. It was just crushing. I didn't want to miss a minute with them. And then the uncertainty of not being able to be there and feeling like I had failed myself and them as a father. That's a tough feeling to get over. And it's like, no matter how often I do this, no matter how much I take him to school, he comes home with me, I know he's at school, I still have that emptiness right there. And it still bugs me. It still bugs me. Now I wonder if that's a side effect, a psychological side effect of a forced separation, of a forced family breakup. I don't know if it is. I'm just curious if that's part of it. I suspect it is. Gents, it's a strange world. Strange times. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. And I tried hard when I was still with their mother, or when she was still with me. I have to be square about that. I don't ever tell anybody that I left her. She left me. She left me for some 19-year-old kid. What do you do? Do you know how common that story is? I mean, it works that way with both sexes, right? You hear about all of the women out there that run their mouths about, well, he left me for a younger, more fertile me. How is that not the same thing? It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. They'll leave you for a younger you, and not necessarily a more fertile one, but a younger you. I don't think people do and don't give one another enough credit when it comes to being underhanded and slimy. And then everybody wants to absolve themselves of the consequences of such a thing. My son's mother is no different. She's no different. But then again, I recognize that there are a lot of women out there that were doing everything right and they got done dirty. And I think people, men and women, have a real problem with honesty. They have a real big problem with telling the truth and confronting uncomfortable feelings. And I think that that's part of being in an effeminate society. People ducking conflict. Big old truck. Cement mixer. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and holler and say, I understand those feelings. I understand those feelings. I don't like them, and they're uncomfortable. Even a little nauseating sometimes. It's crazy to me. It's crazy how that shit works. I mean, I could have him, and I have here since I got custody of him. Since I struck down the Title 4D, the illegal child support. I still get that empty, hollow feeling. And I just wonder where that comes from. And I was just curious if that happened to any of you. You know, if you got custody of your kids, and when you drop them, no matter where you drop them, you know, I mean, obviously not on the corner or on the side of the road or anything, but like at school or at a function, at a sports function, hell, even at the other parent's house, you know, or domicile, wherever it is that they live. You feel that way? Because that's one of those things I've never been able to reconcile. Never been able to figure that one out. Gentlemen, I hope you have a good day, a good afternoon, a good tomorrow. Remember, every day above dirt is a good day. It's good to be alive. Don't let circumstances put you in the ground. Push ahead. Do the best that you can. Even if it's a suck-ass shit day, strung together with another suck-ass shit day. There's an end to it. There's an end to it. You have to find value in yourself, value in your life, value in the things that you do. Living vicariously through other people does not work. It will not work. It has never worked. You will wake up to the reality of what that is someday. I hope that you already have. Peace.